Hi, my name is Vanessa Conlin, Master of Wine, and I'm going to be tasting the 2019 vintage of the Sonoma Bench Chardonnay from Russian River Valley. This is part of the Sunset Magazine Wine Club. So Russian River is one of the most famous appellations in Sonoma, especially for Chardonnay. Chardonnay is a variety likes a cooler climate. It's grown in many countries around the world. Obviously in Burgundy here in California, but New Zealand, Australia, Chile, South Africa. It's very diverse, but it always wants that cooler climate. And while Russian River appellation is set in a bit from the coast, it has a cooling influence from the fog. The fog gets sort of funneled in, it cools down the vineyards, and then it dissipates very slowly during the day under this heat of the sun. So what that does is an overall effect of allowing the grapes to ripen, but in a slower fashion. So you get both this kind of beautiful bottled California sunshine, but you also get that freshness of acidity. This Chardonnay was grown by the Martinelli family, one of the most renowned growers in all of Sonoma. They've been farming in Sonoma County for over 135 years. But this particular winery is extremely limited and small. You won't find a website, they don't have a tasting room. It's really just focused on quality. And a lot of that quality comes from the vineyard itself, of course, but it's because within the vineyard it has different aspects and different soil types. So by blending fruit from different parts of the vineyard, it adds to the overall complexity in your glass. So it's sort of a beautiful sort of lemon color. I'm gonna give it a nice swirl to open it up. And I'm getting really a lot of sort of yellow apple, definitely a lot of citrus. There's kind of a Meyer lemon note to this. There's white flowers. I'm definitely picking up some oak on the nose, and I do know that this was aged for 11 months in 30% new French oak. The way that I'm picking that oak up in the glass is there is a hint of sort of like toasted vanilla. There's some baking spices. That comes from the French barrique. Now let's taste this. So if you're tasting with me, remember, really swish it around. Take a moment and notice not just what you're tasting, but what you're feeling. So definitely acidity. My mouth is watering. Chardonnay as a variety has a natural high acidity to it, which is again one of the reasons why Chardonnay is so diverse and food friendly on the table, because that acidity really refreshes your palate. Think of acid in a wine almost like a squeeze of lemon. It's gonna sort of just brighten every dish that you pair it with. I really love pairing this with Dungeness crab. It's one of my absolute favorites. But if you wanna kind of branch out, try actually pairing Chardonnay with steak. I know we always think of steak with red wine, particularly Cabernet Sauvignon, but if you think about a beautiful filet mignon with a pat of butter on it, it almost mirrors this wine. So if you want to get a little adventurous. But in any case, it's sort of medium embodied. Again, I'm picking up that yellow apple, it's kind of, again, a lot of citrus to it. There's a creaminess of texture, and overall just a really delightful wine. Enjoy.